Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, my friends. Welcome to the Trap FM podcast, the new episode. And what's the topic of the episode? You are able to see that right now, right over here. The story of Young Lean, and not just of Young Lean. So, if you are new over here, basically on the podcast, from time to time we are doing episode when I'm trying to explain you and tell you the story showcase of some of the artists which I like, which I was like growing up listening to. And the best thing that I can do for you is like, for example, today episode about Young Lean. It's also going to be related to me because I was able to attend for two of his concerts. So I'll be also talking about some of those concerts later on. And that's why I really like it, because I can share you some more personal experience about the artist. And in this episode you will be able to know who is Jonathan Leonander, who is Young Lean, the origin story of Jonathan Leonander 96. If you don't know about it, you're about to know. You're about to find out about that, who he is. And basically, yeah, I think that we are ready to start. Yeah, let's do it. Welcome to the episode. So, at the beginning, I'm about to start with some really basic stuff. Like, we about to talk who is Jonathan Leonander and where he's from. And by the way, in the background you are seeing my personal pictures from the concert. So the full name of Young Lean is Jonathan Aaron Leonander Hastad. I think, and I might be able to sing the last name right. I'm not sure. So basically, you can see the correlation over here. Jonathan, okay, but you get Leonander, Lean, Young Lean, exactly. So if you didn't know, our friend was born in Minsk, in Belarus, in 1996, 18th of July. Basically, he's 9 days younger than me. I was born in 9th of the July, the same year. So he's in my age. That's awesome. So I didn't know about that. I just found out when I was checking info on him. He was born in Belarus, in Minsk. And basically, he was living over there with his family, part of his family or his family, till 3 or 5 years old. After that, he moved out to Sweden. And when he was growing out in Sweden, later on, when he started his career, in the meantime, he was going around to different parts of the world. So, but he's basically grow up from Sweden. We can call that he's Swedish, basically. Okay, so with that beginning, I think that we can move on and talk a little bit who is Young Lean and his first release. So we can all say, and one disclaimer before about to go through the discography, because you can see the discography right now. We are about to talk about the official releases. I may be about to move on a little bit to some stuff that was on SoundCloud and etc. But for the main reason for you, I want to display and talk about the music that is available on the streaming services, or you are able to buy it, and it's official. So all of you that maybe you didn't know about this album or about this part of his life when he's making music, you will be able to check it. So we're about to start with the first thing that came up and the music that he became famous of all around the world. So we can call it maybe first app, or maybe first singles that were put together and put on the live streams, like Lavender. And you can see the titles over here: Oreo Milkshake, Ginger Strip 2002, and Grey Goose. Maybe it wasn't that popular, but those two songs, or Milkshake and more possible Ginseng Strip 2002, came up with all of that shit. Everything started basically right over there. You can see the style, this lifestyle, this, clothing type of style, like the whole fashion around it, and those music videos. I'm sure if you ever have listened to Young Lean, you know those songs: the Ginseng Strip 2002, Oreo Milkshake, Motorola, or Kyoto, which really original music videos at its time. It was 2012, 2013, and basically what you are seeing over here, I'm just showing you up some basics, some of the stuff, and we're going to talk about this beginning of Young Lean's style of making music and music videos, and what like become really really famous all around the world. And I can definitely tell you that he put really big footprint on the music, like hip hop music, alternative music, all vibes. He changed it. A lot of styles. He put a lot of stuff into the music, but we're gonna get through that. And basically, what I'm showing you over here on these pictures, you can see this at the time in 2013 really new wave. We can call it like cloud wave, vaporwave style of music, of music videos. Basically, what I know so far about his life is that he was interesting about making music. Like his old inspiration was like Nas, or Tupac or Jay-Z. So far we know about stuff like that, that he was inspired and he liked hip hop rap type of music, and he started to making the music on his own. At the beginning I know that he was in a drain gang with the boys, then they split up and they created together the trio, created the Sad Boys, and the whole Sad Boys later on entertainment, Sad Boy Entertainment vibe. And it's all around here. You see the bucket hats, different sunglasses, really strange vibe, Arizona. I think from my personal perspective and in my personal opinion, Young Lean, this guy is responsible of getting Arizona drink tea all around the world. I remember it was like 2015 or something like that. It was like first time I recognized Young Lean, or maybe it was maybe a little bit earlier. I don't remember, to be honest. But I remember that I saw Arizona in the music video. I remember Kyoto. You remember, definitely remember Kyoto. If not, go check it out right now. The Kyoto music video and the different music video, even you got some cuts from those music videos in the screenshots over here. And he put that lifestyle into the living. I think that he put, basically we can say that he put, in my opinion, Arizona on the map. Like I remember that I was searching around in the stores. Like at the beginning you could just find Arizona only in like I don't know, some stuff bring up from outside, like USA type of stores, stuff, merch inside, and over there you are able to find Arizona in the plastic bottles, and it was like it got so big influence that I still remember that I was posting a lot of pictures on Instagram, or maybe Instagram stories, or maybe there wasn't available at the time. I was like hyped up with Arizona, you know, that sad boys vibe. Talking like about emotions in the music. That's something new. That's why it's also came so popular. And the thing is that his first studio was in the basement with the guys. That's why they get like the green screen, and they was making just, you know, having fun making music. Am I right? Just a little bit like mix of like alternative kind of music that now it's not so alternative. With those like funny ass music video, goofing ass some real rappers like trappers all around the world. So this is the beginning of Young Lean. After that, he became so famous. I remembered, I think it was Noisy or Vice. Some of them from New York, they get info about the Young Lean, they check on him, and they also help him out to grow up and become really, really like a big artist as we know today. So right now, let's just move out. So that was like the beginning of Young Lean. So basically we know it's all started with, basically, maybe there was some stuff before that, but officially we can say that it was Ginseng Strip 2002 or a Milkshake. It was Kyoto. With all these songs in that time, he became really, really famous and known all around the world. So right now let's just go through the discography, and we're about to go to the all official releases of albums. And I think that Poison Ivy is EP, but we can also maybe call it an album. I think it's 8 hours long or something like that. Mikołaj is Mokry is right. Arizona Drip, exactly. So basically, his first release was Unknown Young Lean, Unknown Death 2002, Sad Boys 2002. And over there, bruh, if you haven't checked that album, if you don't know what it is, you maybe you start your adventure with Stars, or maybe with Stranger. just come back to the first albums, the Unknown Death. It's something really, really different style of music, just having fun. And there's some lyrics about Transformers, about lightsabers, and it's different. Maybe it's not so enjoyable, or maybe so, I don't know, good to listen right now, but it's then definitely worth it to come back to it and check it out, how the boys, how Young Lean did his first release. Then we can move on. Right now, in through the discography, we about to go real quick, like through his like evolution of music, because some of you, if you're listening to him, you know that he's been through some shit, and we're also going to talk about that and how this stuff affected his music, his style and lyrics, and etc. So basically, after that, we got really, really great and big album. I even got the album Unknown Memory from 2014 on vinyl, and I got this album when I was at his concert in Krakow in 2007, in 2016, something like that. The big album Unknown Memory, he basically songs like Yoshi City, or a song with Travis Scott. Uh, God damn, there's so many classics out there that you can play, and everybody, probably everyone, even people. You know what's funny? I even remember, like, I'm gonna give you a little extra right now. I remember the time when I was in Chicago in 2019, and I was driving with the Uber driver, and the guy was like listening to the hip hop, and he was making music, and it was a kind of long drive to my destination, and we started talking about stuff, me some stuff about making music and about the music artist, and he actually knew the guy from Chicago that was probably listening to some trappers like Future and all that kind of artists. He knew Young Lean. It was in 2019, so it was after the Stranger album, something like, or 2000. Sorry, it was 2017. So probably with the Warlord release. So he got so popular, so big, and his style was so different that I'll even telling you, people in USA from random places in Chicago knew this guy. And I think most of it, he can be thankful for the album Unknown Memory. I think this album was a banger. And in this album, there's even a song, as I told, with Travis Scott on it. And the thing, I got some extra story for you that I get to know by myself. When I was at Young Lean concert in 2016, I was talking with the merchandiser. It was basically a guy from the Sad Boy Entertainment crew, and he was going around with the boys. He was just a part of the crew. And after the concert, I asked him how he knew, because he got a Travis Scott on this album, on the track, and basically everyone was surprised, big time, surprised really big time about that. And I just asked him like, bruh, how the hell he link up with Travis? And basically, so far I know that they link up. I'm think 90% sure they link up when Young Lean was in LA on a party, and they link up on the party together, and Travis just hop up on the track, just like that. They just link up. They meet up by themselves on the party, get them with themselves, and they started make the song together. And Unknown Memory, I think it's like the biggest classic from like trapping Young Lean, sad boy type of vibe. After that, there's shit happened. The sad story of Young Lean, like the fucking destruction of this guy. It was all with like Warlord album. After that, we also got an album. It was, maybe we can call it a mixtape, commercial mixtape, Frost God. And on this album, we got amazing, beautiful song Hennessy. And there's also one song with A$AP Ferg, and Young Lean recorded that while he was on the world tour, and he recorded that song with A$AP Ferg in New York when Young Lean was in New York. After that, we got album Stranger, and from album Stranger, we can all see that. If you don't know, then I'll let you know right now that from 2017 a lot of things changes. I think a lot of things changes even in 2016, And basically, what I want to let you know is that from 2017, there was started evolution of, there was the beginning of evolution of music career, and I don't know, maybe Young Lean himself, we can call it like that. His music changed, he changed it. That's important. And we got album Stranger, which in my opinion, it's a beautiful, beautiful album. Later on in the podcast, I'm gonna play you a little bit part from Livestream from the concert that I was attending to, because I got the Agony song recorded. After that, we got something different. Poison Ivy. 1 year later, he was also healing at that time, and after 2 years of kinda break, we got Stars in 2020 with different new vibe, still Young Lean vibe after the evolution, healing up, coming back a little bit to the trap. And I think the Stars have some of the songs, even of the album Stars, it's supposed to be with Playboi Carti, but he was cut off from the album. You can find it on the internet somewhere, that version. But basically over here, he also get a little bit more into the mainstream. You know, maybe a little bit more stuff that was more, I don't know, basic in the rap game. We can call it like that. So this is his previous actual discography of official album releases and apps, like commercial mixtapes. We can also call it like that. So far, about upcoming stuff, we can go to the singles. There's a lot of singles over here, some classics, and the new stuff. You can see on the top over here right now, the newest single was released in the 2021, the Chandelier. And I think because of all that pandemic situation around the world, and the second thing, I think he's still recovering from the shit that happened in the past, and he coming back to making music. And so far we don't have any official announcement, and lately it's pretty quiet about Young Lean, am I right? It's pretty quiet. To go real quick through the singles, we're not going to talk about all of them, but I want to tell you that, like, the song Marble Phone, it's also was really popular. Song Kyoto, it's a classic, as I told you already. Great music video. Then we got other classic, Hoover, it's a good song, but we got the classic 6 Air Force One, Air Force One from 2017. Then I got one song that I really want to recommend you. The song, it's called Blue Plastic. It's a single from 2019. Great song, great music video. Definitely, it's a must-have to check if you got a chance. So do it. Don't fuck this up. Do it. So basically, this is everything that we are having from the official releases of Young Lean. So that's not it. Right now, what I want to do is move on and talk about my personal. Right now, we are going to move to the part when I want to go through the story of Young Lean. You know the beginning already, yes? 2013, he go boom, supersonic, super famous, we can call it like that, all around the world, full European tour, then full American tour. And I was able to attend the second part, and maybe it was the second time that he was in Poland, I'm not sure, but maybe it was for me, it was the first time that I attend for Young Lean concert. I have a chance. It was in 2016 in Kraków, in Poland. And what I got for you right now, I'm gonna play you real quick a short cut from the concert, and then we can talk about the concert. So let's do it then. Check it out. The song is Diamonds, which is a song by Tyboy Digital, also one guy from not the Sad Boys crew, but he's basically a good friend of Young Lean, and they make the song together, which is called Diamonds, and it's a heavenly classic music video, amazing vibe, great for winter right now if you got snow outside. Check it out. I'm gonna play you a little quick small part from that concert to show you up the energy. I was able to get in the front row to show you the energy, and then we can talk a little bit about the concert and move on with the story of Young Lean. God damn. So, Is working? Yeah, it's working. Awesome. I'm happy that the sound is working. Okay, so coming back to the story, to the concert, I managed to get over there with my friends, and we get to the front row. The concert was pretty good, good vibe. A lot of like classic songs that I at that time I didn't even know they exist. And I like the energy. Anglin was doing pretty good show. You can see that basically those shows were also kind of big in it. Like he didn't have any like professional crew, professional DJ. It was all of his crew getting together, driving around with the bus, and just doing some shows. Like I don't know, maybe it wasn't like so small like in the bar, like a gig, but it was a little bit more bigger. But it still was like something amazing because I still remember that around over there were people all put in that Arizona sad boy type of fashion, you know, bucket hats, some clothing that is in the vibe of Young Lean, and his whole like vibe around him. And I can tell you that it was a great energy. People basically knew the lyrics. Everybody was going fucking crazy on this concert. A lot of young people. I also was young at the time. A lot of young people just having time. And the best thing about this concert, before we move on with the story, is it was really enjoyable because after the concert, as I told you already, I have a chance to talk with the merchandiser. And over there, I also bought the vinyl. It was awesome that I was able to get the vinyl from the merchandise. It's not happening so often from like direct concerts. And basically, what I want to tell you is that after the concert, Young Lean came out outside next to his bus, and he was just hanging around with all of us. Having good time. A lot of people was trying to get, of course, pictures with him. I was also one of that person, but it was too crowded, and we just wanted to go outside. And we didn't want to stress him out or put the pressure, standing couple hours just to have a picture with him. We were trying to get some convo with him, but it was basically impossible. But I know so far that he stayed for basically all night or for a long time for the night over there. Basically, all of the people that wanted to get a picture with him or get a chance to talk. So it was really, really nice. If you don't know, if you haven't have a chance to attend for the concerts, a lot of artists, maybe I will not say they're an assholes, but basically, they're doing their job. They're coming over, do the concert. Some of them, they have to get the fuck out somewhere because they have a flight to a different city, or they have to, they have like tight schedule and they have to move on. Or some of them are just assholes and they don't give a fuck about the fans. They give a fuck only about the money. So they did a concert, probably doing some fucking playbacks, and just get the fuck out. They don't care. If you got a chance to, after the concert, you'll see our artist will tell you that he's gonna be outside, or there's a chance to stay after the concert and even have a convo and tell the artist, bruh, you're amazing, or ask him something. Even take that picture for the memory. That's fucking awesome. I understand people that don't like that think it's annoying. In my opinion, it's a great memory if you're actually a fan or you just not doing that for the cloud. But it all depends on you. Sorry for getting out of the topic. So what you can see over here, coming back to the timeline of the story, is we could probably say at the top of the top what he was doing in his part of life. Basically, he was banging. He was living full trap life, hoes, money, drugs, and etc. And right now we're coming to the part when there's a downfall, and it's not gonna be a happy story, that's for sure, if you don't know about that. In 2016, guys, after that European tour, so after that concert that I was attending to, we coming to the part of sad story of like tragic history, what happened in his life and his friend life. So when he was in American tour, I think it was the finish of American tour, he moved out with his manager and his friends from Sad Boys to Miami, and over there they were working on the album Warlord, which is, they wanted to make it as trappable as possible, go the American style, drugs, hoes, fucking, I don't know, cocaine everywhere, and etc. And there was a tragic that happened. From the documentary that we are also going to talk about today in today's podcast, I found out that where they were locked up over there was the whole crew, and the crew, they had a really big problem with the drugs. They were kind of partying too much, but not only in a partying way like going somewhere outside. No, they were just getting fucking slammed with the drugs every day, every night. And we know so far that there were some issues, like I know that Young Lean have some issues with himself, like some mental issues. From some of the interviews from the guys from the crew, some of them even at one point they move out from the house because it was too toxic for them, and it was too dangerous. They didn't feel that, they didn't want it to be part of it, or what is going on over there. And I know that it was going pretty bad over there. And to the clue of the story is that the manager, a personal friend of Lin and the crew, he passed away in the tragic car accident. The name of the guy was Baron Machat, and he died one night, or I remember it was at the morning. He left to pick up some stuff from the grocery store or something like that, and then he just died in the car crash, in the car accident. And after that, the second tragic that happened was that Young Lin overdose. He was basically addicted. He get addicted in that time over there to cocaine and Xanax, and he got an overdose. In the conclusion of that, he ended up in the hospital. He was hospitalized. It was really really bad out there. And after that situation, whole project, like basically everything was like canceled or postponed, or just like people didn't know what's going on basically. Well, this is what we can say about that. He moved back to his family. He came back to the Sweden, and he was basically recovering, with his mental health. Also, he was in the meantime. He was also diagnosed being having the bipolar disorder. In all of that shit show that was happening out there. So it was really bad time for him. All that stuff that happened over there. All like even his friends was telling that when he was in Miami, when he was taking drugs, he was having some visions with the Satan, and he was talking about some stuff like that. It was really really bad out there, really really bad. So after that, he went back to living with his family. The family was taking care of him when he was in Sweden. He was about some probably mental healing also. You know what I'm talking about. So in that time, 2017 or 16, everything get fucked. And then he was recovering. After some time, he decided to come back to the music when he was doing good enough, and he went back with album Stranger. It was in 2017, and over here what I got for you is the music video, is the short version, because I'll not play it for you for the reason of the copyrights on here on YouTube. A video from his concert. I was also able to attend this concert in 2017 after all that tragic stuff that happened in the past. And basically in the album Stranger, he was healing. He was recovering, and he was recovering and healing through the music. If you don't know about that, this is the first time that you are hearing that stuff, and you heard the album Stranger, I'm definitely recommending you to check out that album one more time and check it out with the lyrics. You'll find some stuff over there, and basically I attend for this concert. It was a really big concert. He come back for the European tour. Basically it was like his first shows after the all tragic happened. So he was basically standing up, getting better, and what I can tell you about the concert, it was awesome. It was beautiful. And before I will tell you a little bit more about the concert, let me play you a little bit from that concert. The song Agony, which is in my personal opinion the best song from album Stranger. Let's go. And that verse right now, the song only the hook, it's all, making sense to the shit that happened in the past. And in this album, you can also see his evolution, his changes, getting a little bit more real. We're gonna get to that in a second. So it was amazing. This album was basically a song. Okay, let's come back to the main screen right now. Working? Okay. I was a little bit worried that something got fucked, but it's working. Okay, so coming back to this concert, it was amazing. You could feel it there was like a feel in the crowd. I still remember that people were really supported, and maybe I think the fans were really happy. People were a lot of people knew the lyrics and etc. By the way, if you would like to check out those live concerts, some of them are available on Facebook of Trap FM. I'm gonna also put the link in the description. You can check it out over there, the full recordings from the concerts of like some different songs that he made. So on this concert he also played some. I remember that he also played some old stuff, which was also pretty awesome. People were going crazy. It was good energy. People knew the lyrics. For me, it's important for people to know the lyrics because it's showing up how you are actually interested in that artist, in my personal opinion. And it was awesome to see him. Since then, I don't remember. I think he had some concerts in Poland, but I wasn't able to attend them, or maybe they were canceled. I don't remember, to be honest, but I hope that I'll be able to come back. Oh, it's supposed to be the concerts through 2020, but it was cancelled through the pandemic situation, that's for sure. And he made some kind of like live streams of the concerts, but don't worry, we will see him definitely in the future. So right now, through this evolution that I'm talking about to you right now, you can see that. And I'm gonna tell you, Younglin, it's an alter ego. It's not real Jonathan Leonander. It's not real him. And what I'm talking about is that in 2017, he officially was releasing his music as Jonathan Leonander 96. If you didn't know about it, basically, what I'm showing you right now, this title over here, this is the real Jonathan. This is the real Younglin, which Younglin alter ego is afraid of, or maybe afraid to show off. And in the great documentary that we're also going to talk about today, I just want to let you know that he himself explained us that he, as younger himself, created Younglin as an alter ego. I know a lot of artists is doing that, but it's nice to actually get to hear the side of the story from the artist himself. And basically, what I want to tell you is he created Younglin as an alter ego. He knew those big artists, Future, I don't know, Kanye, Nas, from all around the world, and they were super cool. They were taking drugs, fucking bitches, driving expensive shit, wearing some designer shit. And he said that he wanted to create the alter ego to talk about the stuff which is not actually real, or maybe he wasn't doing at that time, because real him, his real feelings were not the same. Like, he was afraid of showing them off, shy of showing this off, or he was thinking that for people it's not going to be interesting showing his real self. So after all these years, so I don't know, 4 years, yes, we find out, after 4 years, we find out that Younglin, it's not the real it's not the real creation. It's like alter ego, something kind of fake, maybe not fake, not realistic, maybe that's right, something created. I know a lot of artists are doing that, but here, listen me up. Here, right now, there is something that changed. Jonathan Leonander 96. After all that shit show, after all that tragic stuff that happened in his life, he was creating the music as himself. More realistic, more. You have to check out. We're gonna go to the discography in a second, but this is the real Jonathan, and it's not so simple. It's not just black and white in all that story. You know, as they saying, there's a lot of shades of gray in that shit. Maybe not the second part, but you know what I mean. And the whole thing is that you know the songs like Yoshi City, or there was even one song from Unknown Memory that was like the real Young Lean was screaming out, you know, that really sad, depressed person talking about his feeling. A little bit more realistic than just talking about taking drugs and fucking bitches and doing everything which is expensive. Was actually, you know, trying to get out of him. But I know that he was releasing that music by himself before that. But as I told you today on this podcast, I want to tell you about the stuff which is an official releases by himself that you can check. So right now, let's move on to the talk a little bit more about Jonathan Leonander 96 through his discography. So you can see there were some singles and apps from 2017, but basically the first big one was the Psychopath Ballads. And over there, there's oh my, there's a song called Hotel in Minsk, and it's so depressing and beautiful song that all of you should be able to check it out, and you definitely should check it out. After that, in 2019, you can see that some of this stuff that you are seeing over here in the discography, it's his also process of music therapy, I would say. He was healing up. He was healing by making this music, and you can hear it by, you know, throwing out all of these emotions which will be boring as a young Liam, quoting young Liam, Jonathan. And those albums, the Psychopath Ballads, the Nectar, and the newest one, the Blood Hunter and Lullabies, it's amazing piece of art. It's alternative music. It's not so trappin' no more. It's not so hip hop no more. It's more alternative, more indie rock, we can even call it. Maybe a little bit of like more chilled rock, guitar acoustic music. You have to check it out by yourself. Maybe not acoustic, but you have to check it out by yourself if you haven't. So basically, this is the real Young Lean that we didn't know about. Also, we got some singles. We got the single also from 2021, the Under Heaven. And the positive thing about that is that when he was recovering 2016, 2017, in Sweden, he was over there with his support of his friends from Drain Gang, and the Sad Boys, and the people, his friends from Sweden, which were living with him over there, and they were helping him out to, you know, recover. And they supported him enough to start making music and do the shows as Jonathan Leonander, not just as the alter ego. And he was kind of afraid of that. He also saying that in the documentary that he's afraid of that because he was thinking that people are not going to like that or accept that. But the whole response was completely different. People loved it. They just like the vibe. They love the realness in that shit, and it was really different. He was also experimenting over here, which is also pretty damn fucking awesome. It's, in my opinion, it's a great evolution that coming back to Young Lean, you see that Jonathan Leonander finally have some kind of, or finally have influence on Young Lean music, and through the stars, through the stranger, it was a little bit more like he was actually accepting and putting more, not that created stuff, putting more that real stuff from his life and etc. Which is also something awesome because we can enjoy. It's just enjoyable in my personal opinion because he's doing a great job about that. So right now let's just move on to the documentary that I'm talking about all the time. So if you didn't know about that, long time ago, 2020 maybe, it was something like that. There was a movie, a documentary movie by the title of Young Lean in my head, released in the specific cinemas around the world. But after that, we got really great surprise from Noisy. They released the whole documentary on YouTube. It's still available on YouTube. You can see, this is the screen directly from the YouTube, and the whole documentary about Young Lean, it's available over there to watch for free. And basically, this documentary, it's the whole story, because why they make it, or maybe in this story, if the all stuff that you heard in this podcast is just some basic stuff, maybe a little bit more stuff from my personal experience. But here in this documentary, you can, if you're really interested in this guy, to check him out. There's more details. There's some part of his life with some facts, talking about those facts. It's really, really good documentary. A great thing to watch. Even if you're not a big fan of Young Lean, I definitely recommending you to watch it, to check out his music. Why? You might ask me, and I'm gonna answer you, my friend. And the answer is because he put big ass fucking footprint on the music industry, and not just industry, on the music. I can tell you that he was one of the first music artists that actually was showing off as a man. Let's get this straight. As a man, that he was, I don't know, showing off a lot of his emotions in the music, the sadness, the whole sad boy. At the beginning, it was kind of, like the lifestyle, but there's some realness is in these lyrics about, like, loneliness, the depression, not just, fucking bitches and etc. Not just that trap life, we could say the real life, that maybe people were shy about, or some those big rappers don't give a fuck or don't want to show off that they're weak. It's they think it's weak, it's a weakness, but in my opinion it's not weakness. That's why Young Lean put so big footprint with the fashion industry. He also let me also tell you that he also created his own fashion brand. Well, right now he most of the time releasing some accessories, but he's releasing a lot of stuff, and it's almost all the time it's basically sold out. So he's creating that, he's creating art, creating music, basically. And it's amazing person that put once more time big footprint in all the music, and it got big influence on basically us. If you ever had to listen to Young Lean, a lot of artists got influenced. Remember that Young Lean, oh, I forgot about that, told you that, I maybe already told that, I don't remember right now, but he also been on the Blonde by Frank Ocean album on 2 songs, basically. They recorded that when Frank Ocean was in UK and Young Lean was in UK. So that was something big. Like, first time, oh, he's also on the song with Travis, but I already told you that. So definitely this documentary, it's a must-have, it's must-see. I'm going to put the video for you, the link to the video on YouTube in the description, so feel free to check it out. Great, it's 2 hours long, it's not much, in my opinion. It's like a normal movie. Good job over there. And with all the stuff that he put, that all influence with the fashion, with the lifestyle, with that sad music that he was making, and he put it in the alternative version of hip-hop and rap. He created new waves that inspired a lot of artists all around the world. And I'm sure that some of the music that you're listening to today, it was influenced by Young Lean. So that's why I'm definitely recommending you to check out that documentary. It's giving you more details about the stuff that we are talking today in the podcast. And for the clue of the episode, I would like to tell you, for the future stuff of Young Lean, we don't have anything official. Lately, I would say that it's pretty quiet. Even the Jonathan Leander, so his OG, or Young Lean, the alter ego, or maybe it's not gonna be alter ego in the future, we'll see. But so far, it's pretty quiet. There's not too much happening around him, but I'm sure he's going to hit up with some new music for us. For me, it would be amazing to have him on the feature with Kanye, or Kanye having Young Lean on the album or something. That would be fucking amazing. But when Jonathan right now he's still living in Sweden, it's probably hard to get linked up with artists around the world. But I don't know. We'll see in the future. That's my personal opinion. In my opinion, it's a great artist. He put a lot of great music that we're gonna go to. So right now we're about to finish the episode, the part of the episode of the podcast which is on YouTube. And guys, to all of you which are watching this on YouTube right now, if you get so far, I want to let you know that right now, for all of you guys which are on the stream, on the live stream right now, that we are doing, we're about to switch to the part when I'm gonna show you some of the music from Young Lean, and we're gonna listen to it together, showing you of my favorite music. And on Twitch I'm able to do it. On YouTube, I'm sorry about the copyright law, copyright police, YouTube police. It's not allowing me basically to play any kind of copyrighted music. So this is the part where we are going to be finishing on YouTube. So basically I would just like to invite you to follow the channel on Twitch, subscribe the channel on YouTube if you are new over here. And basically, to you guys, let me know what was your favorite track of Young Lean, or album, or maybe Jonathan Leander. Which one you prefer, the real Jonathan or the alter ego? That's pretty interesting to me. Second thing, if you like to check out the check out the videos from the concert that I recorded to see how he was going in 2016 before the tragic events and after that tragic events. You can check it on Trap FM Facebook. All of the links will be available in the description, so feel free to join us. And the episodes like that are going to be happening more often in the future, so we can join it on YouTube. You can watch it afterwards on YouTube, or you can join on the live stream, so you can join the chat and actually listen to some music. So one more time, thank you very much for joining here on YouTube. Now we are moving to the Twitch part, so thank you guys and see you in the next.